This video, I thought I'd show y'all my 1968 Ford Ranchero. I did make a different video on it, showing y'all the windshield washer system on it, but this video I thought I'd just show you the car, just around and everything. It's a vehicle I've had now for, God, almost 10 years, and it's definitely come a long way from when we first got it. There's been quite a bit of work done to it as far as the engine. There's been quite a bit of work done as far as detail. I did a lot of stuff on the inside too, but I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all the car. As far as the front of the vehicle, as you can see, it's all pretty much original. The grille is in very good condition. You can see it's got these black inner parts and also the silver. All these black areas on this grille I actually repainted. Quite a few years back. I taped off all of the silver areas on this. Very tedious. Painted the inside of it flat black, which really made it stand out. As far as the headlights go, you can see I've done upgrades on it. These are LED headlights, and they're very bright. Very, very bright at night. Which makes it a lot safer if you want to drive at night. These inner horizontal strips here, I actually thought they matched very good with the grille. They almost blend in. It's like one line across. But I actually wired these up to be like daytime running lights. And yeah, they come on whenever the ignition is turned on. I did an LED upgrade on the turn signals also. As you can see, here's the other side. So it definitely lights it up a lot brighter than what it did. But anyway, yeah, you can see it's in really pretty good condition. It's not perfect, but you gotta remember this vehicle is almost 60 years old. There's a couple little dings and stuff on the front, but I'm not really too worried about that. If I wanted to change this trim piece, probably cost me about $200 to buy a new one, and I'm not really too worried about it at the moment. The bumpers are solid. They're not banged up or anything, as you can see. I mean, they're a little bit faded out, but you know, it's not. This isn't a show car. This is just, you know, it's a clean driver is what it is. I've got the GT emblem installed on the front. This wasn't originally a GT car, but I try to make it as GT as possible. So let's go ahead and take a look at the engine. So under the hood of my 1968 Ford Ranchero, we got small block 289 cubic inch V8, which is, as you can see, looks really pretty original and like how it would have been in the late 60s. It isn't completely original though. There has been upgrades done to this engine. As you can see, the radiator is not original. This is an upgraded radiator that my dad helped me install because it had some overheating problems, and this definitely helped out. It's a 3-core aluminum radiator, which for sure helped with the cooling system. This fan shroud I installed, and then of course there's this flex fan here that I put on there just so there'd be more airflow through the radiator, just to really help out with the cooling system on this car. As far as upgrades, this intake manifold, as you can see, I'll try to zoom in on it. The intake manifold's been upgraded. It originally came with a 2-barrel intake manifold setup and one of those Autolite 2100s 2-barrel carburetor, but it failed. Yeah. It was leaking fuel all over the place and it was really wore out. So I decided to get a new intake manifold for it. It's a Performer 289 intake for this vehicle. And then the carburetor, which is a little tricky to see with this air cleaner on here. I'll try to show you. The carburetor, it's in there. It's an Edelbrock. You can see it. 4-barrel Edelbrock 1406 carburetor, which is an amazing carburetor. I've had nothing but a good experience with that carburetor. It runs it makes the engine run like, like new, It was like day and night running this engine with this carburetor compared to the other one. No hesitation whatsoever. But yeah, the original air cleaner worked with that intake manifold and carburetor, which was amazing. So I can still have the original look for this engine, but also have some of the extra performance. Valve covers are in good condition. That original Ford blue, as you can see. But yeah, everything else for the most part is original. This alternator, who knows how old this is? Could be 50 years old. Who knows? The water pump had to change because it failed at one point a couple years back. This power steering pump is not the original power steering pump that was on this car. But my dad had an old Mustang. It was like a parts Mustang that also had a 289 in it, and he pretty much gave me this power steering pump for helping him work on that vehicle and other cars. And yeah, I repainted it, made it match the other parts of the engine and everything, and then this didn't fit perfectly, had to get some special bolts and stuff to make this work. But overall, I mean, this power steering pump it's from the 60s and it works amazing. So yeah, that's the 289 that's inside my Ford Ranchero. So, got to see the engine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other sides of the car. As you can see, I got the 289 emblem on the side. It's fully original. The rims, these aren't original rims that were on this car. It had aftermarket rims on it when we got it, but this was another part that I got from my dad's parts Mustang. These are all original. I mean, these are original rims from the 60s and GT hubcaps on there. Here's a look at the back wheel too. So here's a look at the left side of the vehicle. This mirror, it's kind of Chinese garbage if you ask me, but it's an original look. I had problems with this mirror, by the way, keeping it installed, and it's starting to pit a little bit too, but that's what you get these days if you want to buy chrome for an old car. It's not as good a quality as how it would have been from the late 60s. As far as all the other chrome on here, like this chrome, all the chrome that's around the back window here, all this is original. Nothing's really new as far as that. This piece here I had to buy from a dude in Kansas. He had a Ford Ranchero because this was missing when I got it. So yeah, that's a look at the exterior. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of my Ford Ranchero. So, interior. It's in really good condition for how old this thing is. So here's a look at the door panel on the driver's side. It's like a dark maroon color, almost purple. It's kind of faded out, but overall it's in pretty good condition. This I changed at one point in time, but it's a little bit faded out right now. It's got chrome across the top here, and then this upper piece I actually had to repaint it because it was like a gold color before, but now I got it repainted black to match the other parts of the interior. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat now. Guess what this is? This is actually a remote mirror for the driver side. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the door. I'll show you all how this works. So you just move it around, just like so. It doesn't move exactly the way this is. So if I move this up, it actually moves it to the right. But I still think it's a pretty cool feature. That was all part of the mirror assembly, which really kind of helped with the luxury feel of this car. So yeah, that's a look at the driver's side door. Now the interior of this car is actually in really good condition, as you can see. It's not perfect, but considering the fact that this vehicle is like 60 years old now, or almost 60, I think it's pretty damn good. As far as the gauges go, try to get my camera looking better. These are the gauges on this vehicle. A little bit primitive compared to cars of today. But yeah, you got your gas gauge over here. It's all indicator lights as far as temperature goes. Those aren't really hooked up right now because I got an aftermarket gauge under the dash. And then I don't have the keys. Let me go get my keys real quick. All right, I got the original Ford key here for this car. I'm gonna put it in the ignition. And I'm gonna show you all these indicator lights that I'm talking about. When you turn the key in the on position, it lights up the seatbelt light, which should go out in a couple seconds. And also the brake light. My brake light's, oh shoot. It's my aftermarket radio right there. But yeah, my brake light's staying on right now. I got a little issue with that. I gotta get that figured out. The brakes work amazing. So yeah, that's the brake light. Brakes work fine in this vehicle, but I gotta figure out why that light stays on all the time. Looking at the second pod here, this is the speedometer, works great. It's the mileage. It says 26,742. I believe it's probably around 126,000. So I never know. I just know that this car has definitely been driven more than just 26,000 miles. There's a high beam indicator up there, which lights up red. But yeah, third pod is just more indicator lights here. It's got lights for the alternator if it stops working. It's also a self-test whenever you turn the key on. See, it lights up. The oil pressure light's actually disconnected right now because I installed aftermarket gauges, which I'll show you in a second. And then the last pod is the clock, which actually doesn't work, but I still kept it in here for aesthetic looks. So yeah, those are all the gauges. As far as the controls in this car, pretty simple stuff, that's for sure. There's the light switch. Turns the lights on. And then wiper control here. Turn your windshield wipers on, 2-speed. And then of course if you push it in, it'll do the sprayer. Here's the steering wheel in this car. Typical play from an old Ford, you know what I mean? 3-speed automatic transmission. It's a C4 automatic transmission. Shifts great, have no problems with it. It's just when it comes to highway driving, it definitely revs up kind of high. So there's not really any fuel efficiency with this vehicle. Here's your horn ring. What the hell? There we go. It does work. Just gotta get the steering wheel just right. But yeah, and then here you got your climate control, no air conditioning. That was an option in 1968. This is your fan speed switch. This one is to more or less control how much you want as far as heat. So if you put it to low, you're gonna have low heat with the fan on, and then high is maximum heating. And then this just changes the airflow from this lower vent under there, over there, and then if you put it to defrost, it'll blow out of the top on the windshield. So yeah, those are the controls for the inside as far as heating. Aftermarket radio that I installed, it's got Bluetooth. I thought it matched pretty good with the inside because it lights up red. The other radio that was in here didn't match at all, but I think this one looks better. And it's got Bluetooth capabilities. Aftermarket gauges that I installed, these are Bosch. These really help out with being able to look at the engine and how it's running. There's a voltage gauge for the battery. This is probably the one I look at the most when I'm driving. This is the engine temperature. When it starts creeping up over 200, 210, then I know that there's a issue with overheating. Oil pressure stays between like 50-ish It goes all the way up to 60 whenever I start it up, which is good. And then, yeah, looking at the other side of the dash, it's in really good shape. This piece here I changed. It was about 75 bucks to change that piece. But yeah, it definitely looks a lot better than what the other one did. That's for sure. And then here we go, looking at the other side of the passenger side door. Overall in really good shape, that's for sure. These panels here, I actually changed those. They weren't even on the car when I got them, and I was able to find them. So yeah, that's a look at the inside of the Ranchero. Also, here's a look at the seat. It's really great condition. There's no tears or anything in this thing, and it's actually pretty comfortable too when you sit in it. So moving on, gonna look at the back part of the vehicle now. I've got this tonneau cover installed on the back. This is something I bought a couple years back. Had to assemble it. It's made by a company known as Craftech, I believe. Craftech covers. That's the company that makes these covers. They got covers for Ford Rancheros that you can assemble, install, and they got it for El Caminos, and they got it for a couple other trucks too. But yeah, this one fit really good on this car. And then here's kind of a look at the inside of the bed. It's not perfect, but I've tried to get it as clean as possible and try to get it, minimize the rust. Something I actually had a problem with was water being collected. So what I did to address that problem is I installed a drain over there, which if it's just sitting outside and it starts raining, the water collects in the front there, and then that's just a place over there for it to drain out. This is a look of the other side of the drain. You can see it just runs through, and then under the car you can see, my camera sucks, that's where it drains out. So yeah, that's the inside of the bed. Spare tire from a Ford Ranger. And then here's a look at the back side of the Ford Ranchero. These taillights are the same taillights that would be installed on like a station wagon of the same year. They're in great condition. Had to change, I think it changed, my dad changed this one because it was cracked. But yeah, overall in really good condition in the back. Get the tailgate too that comes down. So it's almost like a pickup truck. So yeah, overall my Ford Ranchero is in really good condition. It's definitely been taken care of over these last 60 years. And even though it's an old car, I still enjoy driving it. And yeah, I just want to keep it running, keep it driving for as long as possible. Before I end the video, I thought I'd just go ahead and start the Ranchero up and let y'all hear it. I was running it yesterday. I actually took it to Goodwill. I had some stuff to get rid of, and I just threw stuff in the back. And yeah, dropped my stuff off. But yeah, it should start up good today. Let's go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna give it a couple pumps. There you go, just like that, it starts up. Chokes on a little bit, revving up a tad bit. There we go. Take a look at that 289 with it running. Very well balanced engine in this car, even though it's almost 60 years old. Give it a little bit of a rev here. That's what the exhaust sounds like on it. Dual exhaust, Orla system, I believe. Sounds pretty good. Here's a look at those daytime running lights that I installed too. Definitely give it kind of a retro modern look, I guess you could see. think they look pretty good. Go ahead and shut it down. So yeah, that's a look at my 1968 Ford Ranchero. Hope you all enjoyed.